Hello, hope you're having an amazing day. Today I want to share with you something that Wix has done recent. And if you're new to Wix, just want to let you know that they have made things much easier. And one of the biggest things that they did recent was regarding the stores and the booking system. So I'm going to give you those two updates. And if you have more questions or would you like me to do a tutorial just on that specific topic, just let me know and I'll be very happy to do so. So we're going to start with the booking calendar, right? So the booking calendar or booking system, what it has now, it's the ability to add a tax based on a specific location. And I really don't like taxes, but unfortunately we all have to pay them. So to make it easier, Wix now has an option for you to add tax based on the location of the client or based on your location. So again, ask your tax advisor, CPA, or whoever you are, maybe ChatGPT, on how you're supposed to do that. But at least I'm going to show you what tools you have at your disposal to make sure this step is much easier for your business. So first we're going to go to under settings, and then you want to type here on the search bar tax. You're going to click on this. If in the past you have set up taxes, then you'll be able to have specific tabs here. But now you have this button here called automate your tax, and you can click start now. It's going to ask you to agree to the terms of service. And from here, you're just going to put your information. So I'm just going to put some random information here. And then I'm just going to do a random email here. This is my testing email. And then right here, you can just put an address. So let's say I do this one and then create an account. So this is, again, just make sure you use your real information, and then it's going to complete the automated tax setup for you. Then just give it a second. So as you can see, after a little bit, maybe it took like 2 more minutes, and then you get the success message. So now you can click got it. And then here you can select how are you going to do it, right? You want to do tax should be added at checkout, or the tax is already included in your prices. Normally you want to do this because it's much easier for the client to see that your prices were good compared to adding something in your prices. So it's hard to see and they just think your price is just expensive. So from here we can do United States, right? And then let's say I'm gonna do California for this example. And then right here, make sure you select this one and then click add. So what it's gonna do, it's gonna calculate that for you. Then you also have this option called advanced mode, where you can do a little bit more custom things. Again, this part, I won't do anything on it. I just want to show you how to get to this part, because you got to ask your tax preparer or tax advisor. And then as you can see here, it's going to be automated by this. So based on the cancellation fees, if there's a percentage, services, products, shipping and delivery, forms and payments. So depending if you're going to be doing different rates for that, then you can just click save. In this case, let's just do random numbers. And then just going to save it. And then once you save it, it's going to be doing this right here. It's going to give you tax groups. And it's pretty much very easy and automated. So you can also remove it if you want. But now that I have that, so there it is. It's gonna be under catalog. So once you're there, you're gonna see your item, or you can add a new one. So let's say we do a weekly group class. So when you scroll down here, you're gonna see on locations. Now you're gonna be able to see this tax calculation. So based on the business location, so let's say if your business is located in Texas, Wyoming, Utah, New York, California, then you can select this because it's going to be based on what your tax advisor told you, right? I know every state has different rules, but you can also tax based on the client's billing address. So if your client is in a different state and there's different rules for that, again, that's something that you need to do your own research just to make sure you select the right one. Then you can make sure that you select what is going to be used for your business. So this is, again, one of the cool things that Wix did now for the booking services, and it's going to make your life much easier. Now we're going to go into the actual editor. So we're going to go into the editor now, and I'm going to show you another major change. I wouldn't say change, but update that Wix did. And this is in the stores. So let me minimize this really quick. And then we're going to go right here under store pages. So we have our category page, right? So you're used to this kind of category, but now Wix has these called variant pages. So this is really cool because what you can do is you can customize your category page for a specific type or audience. So for example, if you want to target, let's say, parents, or you want to target only female or only males, or specific type of audience that you're looking for, you're going to be able to customize your products, your design just for that. And you can create multiple, versions of this. So right here, you can start with the original design. What it's going to do is you still get the same design, but you get to change the colors, the background, and then again, you can have multiple ones. And right here, you get to select for which products you're going to do it. So once you click assign, then it's right here. And I can rename this. Let's say I want to name it kids toys, an example, just for this. And then right here, I can customize everything, make the design a little bit different. So let's say I do the header section. I wanted to do something more colorful, the descriptions. So things like this is what's gonna help you. And then the categories too, you can create specific categories for that specific page. So you only display those items for that. Right now my internet's a little slow, so ignore that. But let's go back here. So again, you have a specific design that you can go for. And once you are happy with that, you can also click here and we can duplicate the page variant. So if you want to have another one for something specific, then we can do it too. So now in this case, we're just going to do, let's say, kids, and then we're going to assign it. And then right here, we're going to rename this, and we can do kids clothes. And as you can see here, you also have, again, the same exact tools. Now, to make it like much better, you can customize this whole thing by using the other variant. So when you add a page variant, you can do build with Bello. And this one, yeah, it does require very minimum code, but let me know if you're interested. Is this something that you want to do? So then we can do all products. And then right here, the advantage is that you can actually add a better design rather than just using the one from Wix. So let's say I can do some different design, and then I can add some other elements like an HTML drop down menu. So if I want to do like a specific category like this and customize my my category drop down, I can just insert some code here, add a repeater on this side. So you're going to be able to customize this much better than what you have with the Wix variant page. So that's the advantage of doing that. Again, if this is something that you're interested, let me know, and I'm gonna be very happy to show you how to do that. Let me share another update. So one other thing that happened recent, a lot of people were upset about this change that Wix did, was the Wix forums. So pretty much Wix forums went away, and then now what replaced it is the Wix groups. And they're actually taking a lot of feedback right now. So if there's something specific you want, let me know. I'll pass it up to my rep, and they're like pushing to add these things to the Wix groups. Also, one thing to keep in mind, right now there's gonna be 50% off on all the apps, so take advantage of that. See, if you're using specific apps, this is gonna be very, very helpful. So on this one, we're gonna go to groups, so I can show you. It's Wix groups, and let me see if I already have it here. There is. So on Wix groups, I'm gonna add it really quick, so just to show you what's the update that they did. And it's pretty much just with the permissions. We're gonna go to the dashboard. Where is it? Here. Okay. And let me go here. Okay, I think it's this one. Here it is. So on the Wix groups right now, see these little dots right here. Now you can do a few different things, like manage certain permissions. So you can make it public, private. You can also do a little bit more of the content, and then you also have the admin tools. So this is something that they added. In the past, it was a little bit different, so there's not much difference in there. But at least that's something that hopefully, if you're using Wix groups and looking for the alternative for the forum, this is gonna be your best option. But hopefully, you know, this video was useful. And if you have a specific need or looking for a specific training, let me know in the comments. I'll be very happy to share with you those changes, updates, or tutorials. And thank you so much for the support. If you haven't subscribed, please help me with that, and see you in the next video.